this is a place of largely sick people. They are physically compromised because not only because of HIV and AIDS, because although our major concern and our starting point was people who are homeless due to HIV and AIDS. In 1997, there wasn't a single home in the country that was willing to accept people with HIV and AIDS, either government or private or religious. There were many centers for example, for rehabilitating drug addicts, people who are homeless, people with disabilities, and all that. But none of them would take somebody, even though he was disabled or wheelchair bound, but because he was HIV, they won't touch him. Till today, after almost 20 years, till today, the hospital and welfare department still refer people like that to us. Okay. So, because of that, we have people here who are physically compromised either because of the infection of HIV and AIDS or because of long-term drug use or long-term alcohol use. What is our criteria for taking in people, whether it's because of drug addiction or alcohol or HIV? Our criteria is that they got nowhere to go. You know?
They have no support anymore.
There is no place in society open to these people. Like for example, you can say, oh, the drug addicts, there is a government program for drug users. There is a walk-in government clinic where you can go in and you can volunteer to overcome drugs. They will put you on a 3 months detoxification program, and after that, they will put you on a program to overcome drugs. But what they are going to do is, they are going to put you on another drug, substitute drug, which is legal and safer, but all the same, makes you dependent from an illegal drug to a legal drug. There are some advantages in the sense that the illegal drug as a way of building up its tolerance so that as time goes on, you will need more and more and more drugs. So that you start maybe with $15 a week and you end up after about 2 years requiring up to 200 ringgit a day, you know, because the tolerance builds up. Whereas with the substitute drug, you don't. The doctor will make an assessment of your current usage and the severity of your dependence, and based on that, they will put you on a dosage, and that dosage will remain for a few years. Initially, this program was designed to last about 2 years or so, and after that they wean you off. But in reality, what everybody is seeing is that people come dependent on these drugs, practically for life, and they find that it is easier to come out of the illegal drugs than to come out of this legal drug because it's so potent. And it's almost impossible to come out of it. And they know it does damage to their body, liver and so on. For those people with HIV plus drug addiction, when they go on this substitute drug, they become weaned. Chicks will go in, become very thin, you know, they cannot put on weight. The only thing is that they don't have the urge or craving for drugs. So there are many people who don't want that. They just want to free themselves from drugs. Secondly, there are many hardcore drug users. I have guys who have been here, who have been to prison or drug rehabilitation centers of the government for up to 14 times, and they keep going back. It doesn't help them. Because why? These centers, the prison and the drug rehabilitation centers, do not deal with the root cause of addiction. Okay? The root cause of addiction is a very, very complex one, which most people, including government and policy makers, don't understand. The root of the problem, to put it very briefly, is a feeling of emptiness in the life. We cannot imagine what that is like, but probably the most painful experience you can have, even more than the physical pain. Of note, the best explanation I got from Edik was in Bahasa, Malaysia. He told me, because he was doing very well as one of our staff. He's recovered. He was there for more than 2 years. He was a caregiver, looking after sick people, doing such a marvelous job. Everybody used to come around and appreciate what he was doing. One day he packed all his bags and wanted to leave. I asked him why. I said, I don't mind you leave, okay, I'll give you some money to go, but just do me a favor, tell me why you need to leave. You have everything here for you. And he just told me 2 words, rasa kosong.
Oh.
You know, rasa kosong. So you can put me through all kind of things, or build me up and give me new skills and new friends and everything, but there's something deeper. Feeling empty. It means you have no goals, you have no aspirations, you have no dreams. That's why they drug addicts, they don't go and rob banks to become rich, although they can if they want. They only go and snatch people's handbag to get the next drug fix. That's all they are interested in. And these are people who are not making sense out of life. And the reason for that is very often, from what we find from the people who come here, one main reason is broken families. Many of the drug addicts, they come from broken families. Parents divorced at a very early, when they were very, very young. Many of them don't even remember who the parents are. And they were sent to live with the grandmother and then the uncle.
And then get the guidance.
Yeah, so they were just kicked around, never had proper schooling, no motivation, nothing, Then when they reach age, they don't want to do all that anymore, and they just get out and they come down to the city. Now you come from a rural place like Sungai Besar and you come to KL, where are you going to stay? You know how much a room costs in KL?
Very expensive.
What are you going to eat? How are you going to travel? Even water costs money. So what can they do? They will hang around. You want to go and find a job, even as a security guard. You must have a place to stay so that you can wake up in the morning, have a bath, clean yourself and go to work. You must have bus fare and money for food for the first month. They just come down, a lot of them with nothing, no contacts, nobody in the city. So the only place where they would probably be welcome is the street pavements, 5-foot way, where there will be others, homeless people hanging around. And they are probably the only ones who will be willing to befriend you anyway. Because why? You being a newcomer, they can also use you to sell drugs and things like that. They get caught in that. And so we find that these are victims of the social ills, whereas drug users had often been labeled as, at that time when we started, they used to favorite, they call them as Sampah Masyarakat. Okay? But who created the Sampah? It was the adults who, because of their own selfish reasons, divorcement, they never cared about the child. Secondly, also, when they are in school, very often the focus is to study your school subjects. Okay? But very minimum attention is paid to how to live, how to cope with living.
Counseling.
Yeah, why you need to study here. Also to, a lot of times, I mean, the privileged few who are endowed with the capability, to learn and progress, they already have the genes and the aptitude to study, and they have the support from parents who send them for tuition and so on. But what about that child coming from the broken family? How is he going to fare in school? He'll be failing all his subjects, and he will be in the A, B, C, D, E, F class probably, and he will get pushed up until Form 3 or Form 5, even if he does not know how to read or write, just to keep them in school for statistics purposes. But they don't learn nothing. When this guy comes out from school, he's sent out as a failure. Okay, the certificate will fail. You go out as a failure. Whereas these are the very people who very often are very skilled with the hand. Okay, very skilled with the hand. They might be very close to nature. They might be the guy who is very good at fishing, or he might be rearing some tropical fishes in his house, aquarium. He's very good at that. He might be good in hands. He can do things, art or crafts or whatever, but all this is not recognized. And then he's just thrown out. And then you see, more than 50% of the people who do drugs went into it out of ignorance. Because when the first time they used it, the person who introduced it to them told them about all the nice things about it, the good feelings you can have, but never told them about the bad effects. Never told them that after a while you will need more and more, and you cannot get enough, you have to steal. You know, that they will never tell them that even if you stole a gas tank and sold it, you can go to prison for up to 5 years. You know, a lot of they don't know. Then after taking it for a while, and when they don't have money, they find that they are going into a terrible pain. It's called the withdrawal symptom. And there is no medicine for that. So they will go back to the supplier and ask him, hey, I'm having this horrible pain. What do I do about it? Simple. Take more.
Give more drugs. Take more drugs.
And true enough, the moment they take, everything is fine. So this is the way it goes. Now, till today, there isn't enough facilities where a drug user who is stuck with this problem can go and get a friendly, painless treatment. They do have many places that will admit them, but they want you to go through the pain of coming out through this drug from the drug. It's a very painful experience. The closest description of the pain I got was that it's like you have thousands of ants crawling not over your body but inside your body. What a horrible feeling that must be. And no drug addict wants to go through that experience. That is why they will do everything and anything to get the money. And that is why they are rejected by the families, because most of them have stole as much as they could from the family, have left behind a lot of debt, borrowing here and there, lying, cheating, all that they have done. So it's no wonder they get rejected and up to this. Okay, so because there is no friendly place where they can go. And so our purpose in admitting these people is to give them an avenue where they can, if they finally are fed up with these drugs, they can come and go through it in a humane way. Because we help them out with medication, and here we're not judgmental. Our motto is to give them we provide love for a new lease of life. That's the most important thing that they needed. For many a drug user who is quitting, it's not because we have any great therapy. You know, there are all kind of modalities and therapies for overcoming drug addiction. Now, we are not trained in all that, and we don't have those skills. Nothing, we don't have anything here. But we have that love. That's what we offer them. Care for them, treat them in a very dignified and respectful way as persons. And we provide them opportunities to live